Forget the theme. Forget it. Welcome to Metalhead Central, yada, 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 yada. You know the intro by now. One word for today. Sabaton! Brand new Sabaton music. Yes. Oh, I can't wait. This is just... Okay. I am calm. I am relaxed. I am in control of myself. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm way too excited about this album to be in control of myself. This is power metal with lyrics about military history, and I am quite the history buff. So, I hold a very high level of appreciation for this group's work, and this album has been one of my most anticipated releases of the year. The Great War dropped July 19th on Nuclear Blast, and I am here to review it. So why are you listening to me babble on incoherently about why this and that and the other thing? Let's get into the review. I'm way too excited for this. Okay. First of all, if you're going into this album thinking you're going to see any kind of divergence or change in Sabaton's style or structure, it sounds just like their previous albums, and that's just fine with me. Why fix something that is not only not broken, but is one of the coolest sounds in the entire metal pantheon? This album is another prime example of their rather unique take on the power metal sound. With the songs being written for a lower register, as Joachim Broden doesn't exactly carry the same high pitch as other power metal singers, it allows the band to play around with chords that you don't normally hear here. So the album plays very well into the Sabaton formula. It's very easy to follow, and you never get lost within a song. Yet the aura of the album surrounds you at every turn, and it is fantastic. The choral elements and Joachim's vocals offer up the ultimate history lesson, and the drumming and guitar work is rapid fire a lot of the time, and it makes you feel like you're reliving the intensity, but also the extreme horror of World War I, which is what the album is about. But, you know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a sucker for some of the minute stuff on this album that does make it stand out within Sabaton's catalog. The jazz influence of the Red Baron, the thunderous fury of the title track, the amazing power of 82nd All the Way. The cinematic elements on here are amazing. The dark beauty of Fields of Verdun. It all works together very, very well. The album flows like a river, and you don't want it to end. In short, Sabaton have put together another fantastic record. If I had to criticize anything here, it would be that as much as I love Sabaton's music, some of the songs do sound just a little rehashed. I guess that's typical for them, but I do like it when the band slows things down and creates something like The Ballad of Bull off the album Heroes. But that's an incredibly tiny criticism on an album that was filled with nothing but amazing material. In the end, as I said before, this experience was almost cinematic in nature. Seriously, I could imagine watching a documentary or a movie about World War I and having this be the soundtrack. It sounds so fantastic. I mean, the last two songs alone are so cinematic. Album closer in Flanders Fields is beautiful. It's this choral arrangement that is just gorgeous. And I can't get enough of it. It sounds incredible, it's produced incredibly, every instrument has its place in every song, and the lyricism brings you some of the stories about the war that you might not have known before. Seriously, there's a song on here about a Canadian soldier that I didn't know before, and it was really, really interesting to have my mind opened to that incredible tale. I love it. I love this album. I love this album. I love this album. Hey, by the way, I love this album. So, for the third time this year, I'm giving an album a perfect score. The Great War by Sabaton gets 100 out of 100 here on Metalhead Central. And yes, I looked at my archives, and I have no idea how I'm going to do an album of the year list at the end of this year, especially with so many great albums still yet to come. Thank you so much for watching, and want to give a shout out to a couple of bands who are releasing albums this week. One of them is death metal outfit Tomb Mold, who released an amazing death metal album last year called Manner of Infinite Forms. Now their new album, Planetary Clairvoyance, is out, and I've been listening to it, and it's just as fantastic. Metalcore group Crown the Empire. Yeah, I know, big turn from Tomb Mold to Crown the Empire. I like a lot of their recent stuff, and I can't wait to dig into their new album. One of these two albums might end up on Album of the Year list in December. Like I said, I have no idea how I'm going to do an Album of the Year list at the end of this year. 2019 has been so amazingly incredible for metal. Next week here on the Old Central, we're going to be taking a look at an album by a Christian metal outfit. Yeah, I said a Christian metal outfit. Wolves at the Gate's new album Eclipse is coming out, and I'm going to be taking a look at it. I hope you'll join me. You've been watching Metalhead Central, where I give honest ratings to honest music, and I'll see y'all next time.